pH meter calibration. To calibrate a pH meter, you need the following materials: a pH meter, a pH electrode, pH buffers of pH 4 and 7, a beaker with demi-water, a demi-water spray bottle, a waste beaker clearly labelled as waste, and paper. To use a pH meter, the power cable and the desired electrode cable should be connected to the device. The pH electrode should be kept in liquid as much as possible. Therefore, we hang the electrode in the clamp and make sure that the lower part of the electrode hangs far enough into the beaker with demi-water. To turn on the device, press the on-off button. The device will ask for the day and time. This is unimportant for measuring pH, and therefore we press 5 times on the OK button. With the mode button, the device can be set to measure millivolt or pH. Since we carry out a measurement with a pH meter, we choose pH. Determine the temperature of the solution and enter this on the pH meter. To start the calibration, press the Cal button and then click OK. The device then requests if the electrode is in the first calibration buffer. We use the buffer with pH 7. Check the buffer. If there are particles floating in it or the colour is strange, discard the buffer and take a new one. Gently pat the electrode dry with a clean cloth before you place it in the buffer. Do not rub with the towel, as this can create a static charge which will interfere with the measurement. When the electrode is in the buffer, press OK. The device is now calibrating. Hold the electrode until the device requires another buffer. If the word auto is flashing, the device is busy. When buff 2 appears on the device, it is asking for the second calibration buffer. This is the buffer with pH 4. Check the buffer carefully again. If there are particles floating in it or the colour is strange, discard the buffer and take a new one. Remove the electrode from the pH buffer and rinse this with demi-water into the waste container. Dry the electrode and place it in the pH 4 buffer, then press the OK button. If the word auto is flashing, the device is busy. When the calibration is completed, the buff 3 appears on the display. Rinse your electrode off into the waste container and insert it into the beaker. We don't measure a third buffer and press the mode button. ASY appears in the display, which is the null point of the calibration line. Make a note of this in your lab journal. Press OK. Slow appears in the display and indicates the slope of the calibration line. Note this in your lab journal and then press OK. Your device is now calibrated. To see if your calibration was successful, you can check if your pH meter measures a pH of 7 when placed in the pH buffer. To do this, we dry the electrode and place this in the pH 7 buffer. Wait for the word auto to stop flashing. When the word auto is no longer flashing, the measurement is stable. The measurement is stable if the measurement deviates no more than 0.05 pH units from pH 7. Now you're ready to start measuring. Remember to rinse off and dry the electrode before putting it into the liquid to be measured. In addition, electrodes are easily broken, so pay attention when using a stirring rod as it can easily break the electrode. Never use your electrode as a stirring rod. When you are finished with measuring, the device must be switched off by pressing the on-off button and then pulling the plug out. The pH electrodes are always kept in 3 molar potassium chloride solution.